Hey guys, how are you? 2025 is already a great year for releases, but August promises to be insane. Prepare your wallets and your free time because this month is packed with great releases. I'm Matthew and we're starting the list with Madden NFL 26, the highly anticipated release from EA Sports, which promises to revolutionize the American football video game experience. Built from real NFL data, the game uses a new machine learning system with artificial intelligence to deliver more explosive and realistic gameplay. The main focus of Madden NFL 26 is improved gameplay. New player movement mechanics reflect the explosive athleticism of the NFL, with improved collision physics in receptions, blocks, and carries. The artificial intelligence system has been completely revamped, taking into account almost a decade of real data to predict and react to plays more intelligently. This promises more challenging and unpredictable matches, requiring more elaborate strategies from players. The new Madden will offer a variety of game modes, including the popular franchise mode, which has received significant updates. New coach creation options and the ability to take command of your favorite NFL coach, each with their authentic strategies, promise a more immersive experience. The Superstar mode has also been improved, with new stories, challenges, and an influence system that affects on-field performance and off-field relationships.
Coming out with a statement. You really changed, man. All your music and arrangement. You don't know shit. Shut your mouth. You can save it. I'm the same dude that got his come up from the basement. 100 songs, 100 weeks didn't change it. Experiments, development, intelligence, and patience. I'll do it all again, cause I never feel complacent. Let's keep the good vibes. Positivity's contagious. I'm never looking back, cause I made a life that's passionate. A college graduate suppressing all his talents, yeah. He found a way to go and change, become an advocate. For taking control of your life, go out and battle. And you think you have a dream, then act on it. Get after it, get out your head and fucking capture it. You got one life to master it. Don't give up on your future. We all start losers. We're all late bloomers, gotta struggle through the sewer.
What you say? Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Yeah, I'ma do it my way.
Mafia: The Old Country is the highly anticipated fourth main title in the acclaimed Mafia series, promising to take players back to the origins of organized crime. Developed by Hangar 13 and published by 2K, the game is scheduled to be released on August 8, 2025 for PlayStation 5, Windows, and Xbox Series. Unlike previous titles that explored the Mafia in the United States, this game will delve into early 20th century Sicily, around 1900, in a fictional city called San Celeste, which has already been mentioned in Mafia 2. The narrative of The Old Country is a prequel that focuses on the rise and sacrifices of Enzo Favara, a young orphan with a brutal past of forced labor in sulfur mines. Enzo seeks a better life and strives to prove his worth to the Teresi crime family. The story promises to be linear and focused, with unexpected twists, prioritizing cinematic drama and character depth, a return to the series' roots after the open-world approach of Mafia 3. Historical authenticity is a priority, with weapons, vehicles, clothing, and even the music faithfully reflecting the era. In terms of gameplay, the game promises an immersive and brutal third-person action-adventure experience. Players will engage in intense combat, both with melee weapons and with a variety of authentic firearms from the period, such as stilettos, luparas, sawn-off shotguns, and revolvers. The game will also emphasize stealth and driving elements, with turn-of-the-century vehicles and even horses being used for locomotion. Hangar 13, with the support of the Italian studio Stormine Games to ensure cultural authenticity. Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater is the highly anticipated remake of the 2004 classic Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. This title promises to bring the same captivating story, iconic characters, original voice acting, gameplay and soundtrack that made the game a success, but now with completely new graphics and enhanced 3D audio. Developed on Unreal Engine 5, the remake seeks to provide an even more immersive and visually stunning experience, bringing the dense jungles and environments to life in an unprecedented way. The release is scheduled for August 28, 2025, and will be available for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, and PC. The game maintains the original premise of the Cold War in 1964, where you take on the role of Naked Snake, a Fox agent sent to Soviet territory. Your mission is to rescue a defector scientist, Sokolov, and sabotage the Soviet nuclear superweapon, Shagohod. However, the mission takes an unexpected turn with the betrayal of the boss, his mentor, and maternal figure in the Special Forces. The deep and twist-filled narrative, which explores themes such as loyalty, sacrifice, and the nature of war, remains intact, being one of the pillars that define the franchise. Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater remains true to the stealth essence of the original, with significant improvements for the modern era. Now, players will have the option to choose between two camera styles. The new style, with a third-person perspective over the shoulder, more aligned with modern action games, and the legacy style, which reproduces the fixed and aerial camera of the original game.
Snake, it sounds like this could be even hotter than Cuba.
I'm defecting to the Soviet Union. Sokolov is a little gift from my new hosts.
Are we taking him with us?
No, this one is still just a child. He has not yet found an emotion to carry into battle.
Even if they are our enemies, they're still our countrymen.
But it won't be me that pulled the trigger.
Colonel!
It'll be our friend, the American defector.
The House of the Dead 2 Remake is a horror-themed rail shooter developed by Megapixel Studio and published by Forever Entertainment under license from Sega. It is a reimagining of the 1998 arcade classic, The House of the Dead 2, which won fans for its frenetic gameplay and zombie atmosphere. The game maintains the essence of the original, but features modernized graphics, remastered music, with the option of a classic soundtrack, cooperative mode, multiple endings, branching levels, and gameplay faithful to the arcade, adapted to modern standards. The story takes place in February 2000, in an Italian city infested with hostile creatures. Agents James Taylor and Gary Stewart are sent to investigate and contain the zombie threat, while searching for Agent G, who disappeared after exploring traces of Dr. Curian's operations. The narrative maintains the plot of the original, with the protagonist facing hordes of undead and iconic bosses on a mission to unravel the origin of the outbreak. The game preserves the branching path system, allowing different routes in each phase based on the player's actions, in addition to offering multiple endings, which increases replayability. The remake brings significant improvements over the original, such as updated graphics that make enemies, scenarios, and bosses more detailed and scary, as well as a modern interface and combo counts that reinforce the arcade vibe.
Everything's set. All we need to do is wait.
Echoes of the End is a third-person action-adventure game, developed by Merkur Games, an Icelandic studio founded in 2016 and published by Deep Silver. Set in the fictional world of Ema, inspired by the dramatic landscapes of Iceland, the game combines an emotional and cinematic narrative with combat, exploration, and puzzle-solving mechanics. Developed with Unreal Engine 5 and using motion capture, the title promises impressive visuals and an immersive experience, with an original soundtrack composed by Victor Ingi Gudmundsson, which mixes cinematic elements and traditional Icelandic influences. The story follows Rín, a protagonist with volatile magical abilities described as a vestige, capable of manipulating matter, gravity, and creating illusions. Her journey is motivated by the desire to rescue her brother, captured by a totalitarian empire on the brink of war. Accompanied by Abram Finlay, a scholar tormented by his past, Ren discovers a conspiracy that could reignite an ancient and devastating conflict. The narrative, divided into 10 chapters, explores themes of trust, sacrifice, and redemption, with cinematic moments and high-impact decisions that shape the destiny of Aoyama. The relationship between Rin and Abram evolves throughout the game, influencing both gameplay and story, creating a dynamic of companionship essential for progress.
Up there. That's a luminar. I modified my focal brace years ago to work with these.
You're really trying to make yourself useful, huh?
And quite successfully so, I'd say. Gromery, look out!
Sword of the Sea is an adventure game in development by Giant Squid, with a scheduled release date of August 19, 2025, for PlayStation 5 and PC via Steam. Directed by Matt Nava, former art director of Journey, and with a soundtrack by Austin Wintory, the game promises an atmospheric experience that combines exploration, emotional narrative, and movement mechanics inspired by skate and snowboard games. The player controls the Wraith, a being resurrected in a desolate world called Necropolis, with the mission of restoring a lost ocean. The main mechanic involves the use of the hover sword, a board that works as a mixture of skateboard, snowboard, and surfboard, allowing fluid movements, epic jumps, and maneuvers such as spins and flips in dynamic scenarios of sand, ice, and lava. The game stands out for its surreal and visually impressive setting, where the terrain flows in constant waves, creating landscapes that range from sandy deserts to glacial mountains. The narrative is told without dialogues, using visuals, colors, and music to convey the spiritual journey of the Wraith, who seeks to revive marine life by collecting ocean seeds. These items transform arid dunes into oceans, filled with shoals and seaweed forests, opening new areas for exploration. Developed by Giant Squid, known for Abzu and the Pathless, Sword of the Sea maintains the studio's signature: visually unique worlds, striking artistic design, and a dynamic soundtrack that adapts to the gameplay. Gears of War Reloaded is a remaster of the classic third-person shooter Gears of War, originally released in 2006 for Xbox 360. Developed by the Coalition in partnership with Sumo Digital and Disbelief, and published by Xbox Game Studios, the game will be released on August 26, 2025 for Xbox Series, PlayStation 5, PC, via Microsoft Store and Steam, and Xbox Cloud Gaming, marking the franchise's debut on PlayStation platforms and Steam. This remaster celebrates the franchise's 20th anniversary, which will be completed in 2026, bringing the game that revolutionized the genre with its cover mechanics and intense narrative to a new generation of players. According to the developer, the game features significant improvements over the original and the 2015 Ultimate Edition, with remastered visuals in 4K resolution, 60 FPS campaign, and up to 120 FPS multiplayer, as well as support for HDR, Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos, and variable refresh rate. The gameplay maintains the essence of the original, with refined controls, including modern options for new players and the classic feel for veterans, as well as updated mechanics such as marking enemies and switching weapons in motion. The campaign supports 2-player co-op, local or online, while multiplayer allows up to 8 players in modes such as Team Deathmatch, King of the Hill, and Warzone. Prepare for an expanded and visually enhanced adventure with the release of Kirby and the Forgotten Land, coming exclusively to Nintendo Switch 2 on August 28, 2025. This new version is not just a re-release of the acclaimed original game, but an optimized experience that takes advantage of Nintendo's latest hardware. Fans can expect a significant increase in visual quality, with sharper graphics and a smoother frame rate, going from 30 FPS to an impressive 60 FPS, and resolutions of 1080p in portable mode and 1440p in dock mode. The highlight of this edition is the inclusion of a new and substantial story, entitled Star-Crossed World. This expansion offers a remixed campaign that unfolds across the base game's map, but with each level seemingly reworked to fit a theme of mysterious crystal comet crashing and wreaking havoc. Instead of rescuing Waddle Dees, players will be tasked with rescuing Starries who are trapped in crystals throughout the environment. The stages now incorporate crystalline elements, such as crystal flowers that can be hit to create new paths and enemies infected with crystalline visuals and more challenging attacks. The adventure promises to be even more captivating with the new copy abilities and the unprecedented mouthful modes that Kirby will be able to use in the expansion. Lost Soul Aside is a highly anticipated action-adventure RPG developed by Ulta Zero Games, a Chinese studio founded by Yang Bing and published by Sony. The game, which is part of Sony's China Hero project, began as a solo project by Yang in 2014, inspired by titles such as Final Fantasy XV, Devil May Cry, and Bayonetta. After gaining attention with a trailer in 2016, Sony incorporated the project into its support program for Chinese developers, allowing Yang to expand his team to around 40 people. The game is scheduled to be released on August 29, 2025 for PlayStation 5 and PC, after a postponement from its original date of May 30th, promising to ensure greater polish and quality. The narrative revolves around Kasser, a young swordsman who embarks on an epic journey to rescue his sister, Louisa, whose soul was stolen by dimensional invaders called Voidrax. Accompanied by Arena, a supernatural entity that can transform into weapons and other elements, Kasser travels through multiple worlds and dimensions, facing formidable enemies in a universe that mixes fantasy and science fiction. In terms of gameplay, Lost Soul Aside stands out for its dynamic and stylized combat, with inspiration from action games like Devil May Cry. Players control Kasser, who uses his swordsmanship and Arena's transformation to create fast and fluid combos, switching weapons in real time and performing cinematic finishers. The combat system allows customization with weapon fragments that alter appearance and abilities, as well as skill trees to evolve Kasser's abilities.
下次见面，我有事要问你。
Shinobi Art of Vengeance marks the long-awaited return of the classic Sega franchise, promising a 2D action and platform experience with a stunning and hand-drawn visual. This ambitious title seeks to revitalize the series for longtime fans and introduce the world of ninjas to a new generation of players with the collaboration of Lizard Cube, a studio known for its acclaimed work on Streets of Rage 4. The plot puts players in the role of the legendary Joe Musashi, the master of ninja arts and leader of the Oboro clan. The story unfolds when Musashi's village is brutally attacked and his clan is turned to stone by Ini Corp, a paramilitary organization led by the ruthless Lord Roos. The gameplay offers fluid and responsive platform action, with a high-definition pixel art style that expands the limits of 2D animation. Players will have a vast ninja arsenal at their disposal, including the Oborozuki katana, kunais, and powerful ninjutsus and ninpos to exterminate enemies. The combat system allows infinite combos and skill enhancement through amulets, as well as ninja tools to overcome obstacles and discover new paths. The game also incorporates Metroidvania elements, with phases full of hidden secrets and optional areas that require precision in jumps and dashes. Well, that was the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, stay with God, and see you in the next video.